Alright, we've got our two colors laid up. We've got which would be 14 and 14, 14 pink, 14 green. Now we're fixing to start doing the tag in serving, and I like to kind of keep my strings separated. Mr. Baker has built some string separators. Let's see if we can find them here, and they work really good. They've got separations in them all the way around, and even on the ends, and just kind of keep things from moving around, and helps keep my ends lined up a little better. Alright, now we've got that done. I'm going to move the camera around here so it's going to look a little shaky for a minute. But just bear with us. We're going to try and get you a little bit of more of a bird's eye view on how this is going to all go together. So anyway, just bear with me. Alright guys, as you can see, we've got our string separators here, and this is our tag in. And on the back side of this tag in, these strings are crossed, and so we're going to take these out of our bolts, our Frankenstein bolts. They're crossed here. And there's a bunch of different ways. Some people will loop through and under and just keep going that way. That's fine. It works for everybody. It just doesn't work for me. So what I do is I cross these over again to where it comes out. Basically they're pulling against one another. So the one on this side, which would be my right, I run through the top and out the bottom. The one on my left, I go underneath and up. I don't really pull them tight until I get both sides done, because you'll pull everything a little bit skewed. So once you get them, then you pull it, and it'll start smashing the strings together. And before you start going on one side, I'll do about 2 more on the right side, over and under on the right. Do 2 more on that side, and then 2 more on the left, under and over on the top. And that's going to give you about 5 wraps to help hold everything in place. And be very careful when you pull on these strings. You wouldn't think it, but this stuff is very sharp, and it will cut you real quick before you even know it. And it's normally in a knuckle joint somewhere, and it takes a pretty good while for it to heal up. What I did, these are mechanics gloves that I picked up in town. They got leather palms on them. I've had them, this same pair, for almost a year. They work real well. You can see there's a lot of wax, but it helps protect your hands. Anyway, after I get my about 2 or 3 on each side, then I start going ahead and wrapping over and under, and you pull it snug and just keep going. Just go till you get wherever you need to be. Usually about anywhere 18 to 20 wraps. After a while, you just don't count. You kind of just get an idea of where you want to be. And a lot of bow companies, the eyes on their cams are bigger, smaller, so you kind of, if you can, kind of eyeball them first if you have the bow there, where you can kind of get you an idea of how far you need to go out. And I'm gonna run this right side, my right side, I usually run it out just a little bit further than what I'm gonna run my left side. And I'll show you just here in a minute what the reasoning is for that. Alright, now we've got pretty much got this side where we want it. And what I'm going to do is we've got the green on top, pink on the bottom. I'm going to run through here, and then I'm going to grab about half of this pink and separate it. And then I'm going to take this tag in through that pink, pull it back, pull it tight. You don't have to get gorilla tight with it or anything like that, but just good and snug. Then I'm going to come back, I'm going to go right through the middle of the pink and the green, pull that up tight. And as you can see, the green starts trying to roll over. So I'm going to bring my separator down a little closer, and that kind of helps keep everything lined up. Then I'm going to separate the green. This is going to be my final time. This is 3 times through that string, and just snug it up. Now, I don't know how well you can see it here, but it makes for pretty smooth. You don't have a knot in there. And now what I do, now that I've got that pulled tight, I'm going to cut this tag end off, and we're done with that side. So now we go to the other side. Do basically the same thing, pulling tight each time, just under over. And you're probably wondering, he's got that really big long piece of string, why didn't he cut some of that off? But I'd rather have that than too short. It makes it really hard to get things pulled tight if you cut them too short. Hopefully this is where y'all can see what's going on. I know my hands may be in the way sometimes, but it's kind of hard for me to look and see where the camera is at the same time. But hopefully y'all are getting the gist of what we're doing here. Just about there. We're going to leave this side shorter. Like I said, you do however you want. What a lot of people will do is, at this point, depends on how you're going to do your ends. There's a lot of people that would do this side the same as we did here, and they would call that good. I don't like to do that because it lets my ends twist up. After we put our twist in, we get both sides done. The way I'm going to do it now, it holds my loops nice and even. It's going to bring these loops together like this, and they won't have that twist in there. And when we get ready to do our serving, everything will come out laying nice and flat. So at this point, what we'll do is, this is about how much of an end loop that I want. I take this, I just keep going the same way. I go around the whole thing about 4 times, and once I get those around there about 4 times, I'll pull that tight, kind of pull it towards the back a little, and as you'll notice, it starts making a loop. Then I'm gonna go, you can see here we still got the first side that we did. Now we're gonna be covering both sides. It usually takes about 10 wraps. I pull it pretty snug, after each deal. Alright, now we've got that all wrapped. Basically what we're going to do, we're going to do the same thing like we did when we did just this side by itself. we're going to split the pink in half, run through the pink, the whole thing, both sides this time. Pull it tight. Now we're going to go split the green and the pink, the same way we did a while ago. And now we'll split the green. Doesn't matter where, you don't have to be, you know, exact. It's like I said, there's no exact science. Alright, what I do this time, instead of cutting this tag end off, is I may cut some of it off, leave about half of it. And the reason we do that is you've got a number of steps to do yet. So once we've got a twist, we still got to do the other end, the other tag end on the other end, and then you know, we'll twist and stretch. While we're doing that, we have this tag end, and what this does is lets us make sure that before we get ready, that we don't cut this off till we get ready to do the serving. And what this does is make sure that my last step before I serve it is I can pull this and make sure that this is good and tight, and it just makes for a lot smoother transition. I don't know how well you can see that right now, but there's no lumps, there's nothing in that. That is just about as slick as you want to get right there. And that will, anything that you have a bump in this section, when you come back and serve over that, if you can see it, it's going to be twice as big whenever you serve over, or so it seems. So the smoother you can get these, the better looking string you're going to have. I'm kind of OCD, so I kind of worry about those things. Some people don't, but anyway. All right, well, I'm going to do the other end, and then we'll get back starting all over again. Thanks.